Hey, what's up, man? We are back.
We never left.
We are
Unranked
and Unhinged. Hey, guys, we are so glad you can join us tonight.
Yep.
We are at a special place.
Very special place.
We've been here before. We came down here for the Bassmasters Classic.
That's right.
Back, I think, in, was it April, March?
I can't remember.
So it's been a few months since we've been here. So
Yep.
we are in Knoxville.
In a warehouse.
We hope nobody comes and gets us.
That's right. It's very cool. And so, yeah, this is, go ahead and tell them where we are, Gino.
So, guys, we are at Zool again, Zool Brewing.
Yep.
We are here for a special beer release tonight.
Yep.
That's going to be our beer review tonight at the end. And I'm excited. I had a little sip of it. I kind of cheated.
Nice.
But I think you guys are going to like it. I'm super excited about it. So, yeah, man, I think, let me tell you this. I got another bone to pick this week.
Uh-oh, another bone. This is the second bone.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing bone pickings,
This
I guess.
is bone picking time? Okay, cool. I love it.
This one's not as bad as last week, but,
Okay.
you know, I got to play golf the other day. And I knew this was always a thing, that they charge cart fee
Yes.
for two people in the same
Yes.
cart. So,
Yes.
you know, it's one cart but two people.
Right.
You know, I never understood. Like, I understand they have the fees they got to pay, you know, the lease or whatever. But it doesn't matter if one person's in it or two people are in it.
That's right.
They're still charging everybody for a cart fee.
And it bothers you.
It does bother me. I mean, like, you know, why not when you do a tea time, is there one or two people? You know, they need to ask you, like, hey, how many do you have? And that way they can split
Okay.
the cart fee.
Okay. Well, no, I like that. That's
Yeah.
not too bad. I mean, if you were back in the old days when we used to walk and used to have a pull cart,
Yeah.
had to pay. Each person had to pay for a pull cart, right?
Yeah.
You didn't get to split a pull cart.
You could.
Well, yeah. I think I'm going backwards. I don't know.
Well, I think, but it is kind of like leasing, but it's leasing a cart. You only get one cart
Yeah.
for two people.
Right.
But a pull cart,
Yeah.
you know, you got one
It's
bag. One bag.
One bag. Enough
Yeah.
space for one bag.
Yeah.
Plus, you're pulling it anyway.
Yeah, you're pulling it. You're walking. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's my little beef.
I don't think I have anything to complain about this week.
Yeah.
I probably could if I thought real hard, but I guess I'm okay. You know,
Yeah.
other than the fact that I had a cold or a
Yeah, man, you've been
sinus thing, which was an absolute.
you've
pain in
been
the
kind
neck.
of under the weather the last few days. And
Yeah, so,
I'm
if,
so
if I take off hacking and coughing, you'll know why.
well, I'm so glad that we that are here together, and it was like
Yeah.
you was able to make the trip, and
Yep. Wouldn't miss it for nothing.
well, we went. So we came down a little early.
You did.
We went thrifting.
Yeah. How'd you do?
Not well. I didn't. I think Topaz got a few things, but you know, it's my same beef from last week. It's you know, it's all donations.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, it's all donations.
Yeah.
But I think she got a few things for her grandkids, so that's all that matters.
All right. Did you put her on a timer
Well,
like you did me when we went to the beach?
well, I walked through the store twice,
Yeah.
and she was barely had moved.
That's the way it is, man.
I mean, I'm like, what can you look at?
Oh gosh, you got to look at everything. You got to dig. You got to peep down into cracks and crevices.
Well, I'm glad you guys can do that because I can't.
Oh my
But,
gosh, I love it.
It's fun, but yeah, that's all good.
Yep.
So, like I said, we're here at Zool in,
Yep.
in Knoxville. They have two locations. They're kind of famous. They got started with the PB&J
Yep.
fruited sour. Fantastic.
Now that you say that, I think they've got 3 locations because when Stephanie pulled it up, there were 3 different addresses to choose from.
Well, I know there's 2 here in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And they bought Southern Grist in Nashville.
Oh.
And they had 2 locations.
Yeah.
and I think they converted one over to Zool, and they're getting ready to do the other one the same way. So I don't know if that's the same one that you guys saw or what, but yeah.
I don't know. She was looking it up. She's my navigator. I can't find my way out of a wet paper bag unless she's guiding me. So
Who drove down?
I did, but like I said, I drive. She navigates.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course I took the back roads.
Oh
Man, it was so beautiful. We came by all the lakes. You know, you come by.
Yeah.
I don't guess you go by Norris, but you go by, maybe it is Norris and Cherokee and Doug. I don't think you go by Douglas. I think Douglas is on the other side of the interstate.
Yeah.
But
Did you get out and fish? Is that what took you so long?
Gosh, but I wanted to. Man, and that's the thing, you know, I can't see water without wanting to fish.
Yeah.
Or thinking, man, there's fish in there, even when there probably shouldn't be.
Well, I'm still. It's been too hot today, but I'm still wanting to go do some topwater this fall.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We need to get us a boat and go out and do some topwater.
Hey, I like it. Oh, I'll take you doing some topwater over on the river for smallmouth. That's fun.
Okay.
Yep. That's kind of wild because you're fishing in the pitch dark and you can't see anything.
Nice.
All you can do is hear it.
That's fun, man.
Yep, it's awesome.
Well, let's dive into an episode. I'm not sure if Bart, I guess he knows what I'm talking about tonight. And so
you gave me a little hint, so
I did.
I thought about it.
So I did a little rendering of this tonight.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's is it an island green or a peninsula? You know, what's funny about this, you know, I think back when there was a PGA tournament maybe a couple months ago, there's a TPC Sawgrass. There's an iconic island green, number 17.
Okay.
It's surrounded by water. Obviously, it's got a little pathway to get on there.
Okay.
And we were out with some friends, and I was like, oh man, look at the island green. I'd love to play that one. And someone said, that's a peninsula.
That's a peninsula.
And we got into this kind of comic argument, kind of going back and forth, and so it's pretty funny. But you know, we call it an island green because we're describing a challenge. You know, we're not writing geography textbooks.
Oh,
so
okay, I got you.
If the green is surrounded by water, and the only connection is a bridge.
Now, when you say bridge, you mean
like
a wooden walkway.
Wooden walkway.
So there's water under the bridge.
There's water under the bridge. That bridge doesn't magically turn that green into a peninsula, right?
Right. Now I can understand if there was a way that you could actually, you know, like if there was an earthen cart path that went over to the island,
right,
where possibly you could land a ball on and hit it off of. I would almost at that point argue that it would be considered a peninsula.
So you're saying that not a man-made bridge or walkway, it has to be.
Well, no, I mean it could be man-made, but I mean just the fact that the whole thing isn't surrounded by water.
Yeah.
That it's attached.
Yeah.
By land.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Right, but there's this is the argument we had. Like, there's still water under it.
Well, no, I'm not saying if there's no water in it.
Oh,
like
yeah,
if
yeah,
they bring
yeah.
dump trucks in and they fill up a land bridge basically out to it. So it's dirt, you know, and grass and just enough.
So if I build a bridge,
if you build a bridge and it's got water under it, I say island.
Okay. All right. So I was going to say, if I build a bridge from the island to the mainland, you know, I haven't magically filled in that water.
Right. It's still an
island. It's just a bridge.
Yep,
and
it's a bridge.
It's an island.
Right.
So basically, these people say, no, it's a peninsula. Well, guess what? You just admitted the land itself is an island, and the bridge is simply a transportation. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how they're thinking. I mean, to me, it seems like that if there's water
they
surrounding something, it's an island.
Well, they think because whether it's a bridge, whether it's, you know, land, you know, that has been there, and they just decided to put a green surrounded by three sides of the green.
Yeah.
And then you just got some kind of walkway, whether it's the dirt, whether it's the bridge or some kind of concrete, whatever.
So they're basically saying that unless you have to swim to it, it's not an island.
Exactly.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, there are islands all over the place that you have to get to by a bridge.
So in that case, tell Manhattan that.
Who?
Manhattan.
Who's Manhattan?
The island. Manhattan Island, the Manhattan Island.
Yeah.
So that's an island, right?
That's
or is it a peninsula?
A peninsula. No, to me, a peninsula is like, I'm trying to think. Okay, so there's a green that they do call an island green down in Myrtle Beach, but it actually has it looks like I don't know what you would call it, like a flower thing. It kind of comes out and there's earth, and it's very narrow. It's not not much wider than a cart path.
Yeah.
But it's grassed over, and that's the place where people walk across.
Right.
And then it goes and it expands out into the big green, which is completely encircled by water, but the water doesn't go under this earth thing at the back.
Right.
And they call it an island green. And
Exactly.
to me, that's kind of like, okay, if you all had water running under this thing, I might agree with you. But otherwise, it is attached to land by earth.
Right.
And, I could go
I
with
think-
peninsula.
I would absolutely.
What's an archipelago? I don't know.
I don't know.
Or what's the other one? There's a circle thing. Atoll.
Well,
So is it an island? Is it a peninsula? Is it an archipelago?
yeah,
Is it
guys, you tell us. You
Yeah.
tell us. This is the episode about island green or peninsula, but I think,
Yeah.
because this conversation got started a couple months ago about the TPC Sawgrass 17.
Yeah.
There's a bridge, even though there is grass. Okay, it was
Yeah.
man-made. You can see the wooden bridge on the side, but they kind of built it up to where
Is there water under it?
there's water under it. There's water.
It's a bridge.
That was my argument. It's a bridge.
Yeah.
There's water goes under it. That, like I said earlier, the bridge doesn't magically turn that green into an island. So think about it this way as well. The green part, just the green. The grass that's cut short and that's got the pin in it.
Right.
That's the green. It's all surrounded by water.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the rough and stuff, on the fringe.
Okay.
We're in this case.
Yeah.
That green is looking at water from all sides.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay. Could a duck swim all the way around it and get right back to where he started from and not have to get his feet in the dirt? Then it's an island.
yeah.
Even if he has to swim under a bridge.
Even if he has to swim under, he couldn't fly.
No, couldn't fly.
Because he has to go around the obstacle.
A flightless duck.
That's
If a flightless duck paddled all the way around this thing, this green, would he stay wet the whole time, or would he actually be able to? Would he have to get out on the dirt?
Yeah. If that's the case, if the duck can go all the way around 360 and stay wet, it's an island.
It's an island. I agree completely.
But I think if you look at it this way, so what if it's a bridge that has like timbers, kind of going down into water.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how far it extends down.
It's still a bridge.
It's still a bridge.
Still a bridge.
Still a bridge.
Yeah.
The only thing is that duck may not be able to kind of go maybe that far down, right?
No, I mean, he should be able to, if there's a gap between the bridge and the water.
Yeah.
Then he can, and I don't want him crawling through a culvert. That's kind of cheating.
And I guess in a way, they could, unless it was a man-made. I guess they still could. Like, you couldn't extend those timbers all the way to the floor bed, to the water bed, because wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, they got to touch solid ground.
Well, I mean, I guess it's more for for looks. Like if they have these timbers, and or maybe they're wanting to cover up the bridge, they don't want like people looking underneath the bridge or kind of get somebody under it, whatever.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And anyway, the timbers go down in the water, but maybe doesn't touch the bottom, so you don't touch the habitat.
That's kind of
Right?
That's kind of cheesy. Yeah, that's kind of cheesy because the duck can't swim then.
Yeah.
And then I may fuss.
Yeah.
But surely you've seen that island green that moves. It is truly a floating island green, and depending upon, and it's actually loose.
Yeah.
And so it will actually move around.
So,
What was I saying?
is it actually
It's man-made. It's a floating island.
is
but
it actually on the golf course? This is the hole that you play.
Yes, this is a hole that you play, and they say, and they can actually change how far away or close it is by cables. But usually they kind of let it just kind of meander and float, and there's like a little barge you have to take out to it. You'll have to look that one up.
I had to look that one up.
But
That's an island.
Yeah, that is. Would that be considered an island or a barge? Because islands don't really technically float, do they?
Yeah, not really.
So, but yeah, I always thought that was cool. And it is, I mean, it's big. It's not like some little 10 by 10 thing. It is a big, normal green. And, when you're on it, it feels like you're on an island.
That's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
I have to check that one out for sure.
You'll have to look out, and because it looks very similar to the one you have in your picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's completely unattached,
Well, I think
except with cables.
I think when I was talking about earlier, the definition of a peninsula kind of includes the bridge. Then technically, every island in America with a bridge is no longer an
It's
island.
not an island. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't think a bridge can change the fact that something's an island.
No, I don't think so either.
So let me ask you this question. So, island green or peninsula, I remember a story about a golfer who was very, very accurate, and he was playing golf, I think, with Sam Snead maybe, and they were talking about how, and the guy's name was Mo Norman, and they were saying how that Mo said, he pulled out a whatever iron it was, and Sam Snead told him, he said, "You can't get there from here with that." He said, "Yes, I can." And he said, "No, you can't." He said, "There is no way you're going to hit the green." And he says, "It's completely surrounded by water." And he goes, "But I'm going across the bridge."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he actually did. He hit his ball, and the ball actually rolled across the bridge onto the green. So, I mean, do you play an island green or a peninsula differently? I mean, do you take into account that technically a peninsula, there is somewhere you could probably land a ball?
Probably could, yeah. Yeah.
So, and, usually you don't take a cart across
Right.
to a
Right. Yeah.
green.
Yeah.
To a green.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah.
Where you walk, then if it was a big wide grassy thing, then you can land a ball on that.
That's right.
And I mean, if you're good.
If you're good.
Not like me. Only way I can land a ball on that is if it was by accident.
Yeah.
Itty bitty accidente. But no.
But so, and here's the thing, I'm not arguing geography.
Okay.
I'm arguing golf. If I'm standing on a tee and the green is surrounded by water, I'm calling it island green.
Yeah, and surrounded is the appropriate word.
Yes. And
Almost surrounded is not.
Is not. So, I mean, it's kind of like, so technically a golf ball is a spherical object.
Yes, it is.
Right?
It is.
But we call it a golf ball.
Yeah.
We don't call like, hey, you care to get one of those spherical objects on my golf bag?
Okay. I got you. Okay.
I mean, yeah. So we just call it a golf ball. Golf has its own vocabulary, so yeah.
Well, cool. Okay, so when you were really talking about island green or peninsula,
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were talking about a different method to play those types of things. And so I kind of thought about, well, we've got something similar in fishing, and that is basically a point or a cove.
Yeah.
And we fish those things differently.
Right.
And and that brought up another point to me, which I thought was really funny. The similarities, but the polar opposites of golf and fishing. In golf, if you see a tree or some type of hazard or a structure or something like that, your main goal is to stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
In fishing, if I see a tree or a structure, I want to. That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
That's what I key on.
We're avoiding the water. You're going towards the water.
If I see water, I'm going to head toward it. If I see a tree laying down, I'm going towards it. If I see rocks and a big pile of stuff, I'm going toward it. Because to me, that's the kind of stuff that I look for.
Right.
And I never thought about that until I was sitting there thinking about that compared to golf. And it's like, man, in golf, all you try to do is avoid the things that I think are great and I try to look for.
Yeah.
So.
The whole island green versus peninsula, which I guess I understand, how you would play them, what you were mentioning. Mine was more like, I'm defending the island green terminology. Yeah.
Okay. So if I put you on the spot and I said, does an island green change the way you play the hole? Now, and the reason I'm going to say that, and I'm going to boil it down to something very simple, and let's take away the fact, because regardless of what's around the green, your job is to put the ball on the green and make it stay there.
Yes.
Regardless if it's surrounded by water.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Or if it's surrounded by, grass that slopes down toward it.
Yeah.
But in your head, you play it differently.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I don't know how many times, like there's a green that we play very used to play very often, that is almost it's a peninsula.
That one would, if we're thinking the same one, it is a peninsula.
It's a peninsula.
You're talking about Clear Creek and Braid?
Yep.
It is absolutely a peninsula.
Absolutely a peninsula, but probably 70% of the whole entire green is surrounded by water.
Exactly.
So, and then there's this little kind of land bridge, that goes out. Ooh, land bridge, that's a good word. That's what I was kind of thinking.
That's a good one, yeah, I like that one.
So, but you get up there on the green, and that's all you can see.
Yeah.
And I remember one time there was something that they were talking about. It was in motorcycle riding and riding a trail and trying to go across going across a small 4-inch plank over a distance. And somebody said, well, technically there's no difference in you riding across a 4-inch beam that's a foot off the ground,
right,
than a 4-inch stripe that's painted
right
on a piece of on asphalt.
Yes.
So, but in your head, it is so much more difficult.
It totally is, and I think you hit it right on the head. With the green and the motorcycle thing, it is all in your head. It's a mental aspect of the motorcycle or golfing. Because like you said, number 8 at Clear Creek, there's no trouble left.
Yeah, no trouble left.
But so I think a lot of times, I'll say 60% of the shots will be left.
Yeah, will be left.
Because that water is right.
Like,
stay away.
And I mean, if you think about this, let's take it to the extreme. Imagine that same green was 400 feet in the air on a pole.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, you took a cable car over and it dropped you off on the green. How many times have you walked to the edge of that green and looked down into the water and go, looking for balls, leaning over the edge, doing your thing? Now, would you do that if it was 400 feet up in the air and no railings, no nothing?
I guess if it was as stable up at 400 feet,
yep,
is
Yes,
down
and I
low.
will say, in a perfect world,
Yeah.
let's say that it was as stable. I
Yeah.
mean, you felt just as
Yeah, yeah.
sturdy. Would you walk over to the edge of something and look off, just like?
I would, but let me say this: I don't think I would do it. I would do it as I would do it as cautiously than I would if it was on on low, because obviously on the ground I would still go look over.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like hey, I'm just going to kind of peek
I'm
over.
gonna peek over. And if we think about it, technically, our job never changed. If we were on a 400-foot pole, if we were
Yeah.
on an island green, if we were in the middle of a bowl
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
our job never changed.
Right.
Everything was still the same. We were still trying to put a ball as close to the hole as we could,
Yes.
and so that it wouldn't roll off and get us a good
All right.
chance.
So I guess the only variable is you.
Yeah.
It's yourself,
Right,
right?
because in your head, you. Now, I do agree that there are different outcomes and there are different hazards. Like if you lose a ball in the water, it's gone. You have to re-tee or
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
If you fall off of a 400-foot green, you're dead.
Right.
And you can't finish the hole.
Well, I think also the number 8 we're talking about. There's trouble long, there's
Right.
trouble short,
There's trouble long,
and
there's
trouble right.
trouble right.
So it's like not only do you have to kind of pick the right club to hit somewhere in the green, and sometimes people will over club. Some people will under club. It's like, you
Yeah.
know what, I don't want to lose this ball long. But you know what, I don't want to lose this thing short, kind of thing. So.
And see, and that to me, that just amazes me because we don't think that way about a different hole.
Right.
If there was a hole that
Right.
had a backstop, we
Yeah.
wouldn't think, oh boy, I don't want to lose this long.
Yeah.
It just doesn't go through our head.
Right.
We take that aspect or that hazard or that mental blockage
Yeah.
out of the equation.
Well, it just proves the mental blockage, as you said. That's a good term, of these professional athletes. Probably it doesn't matter what sport it is.
Yeah.
That they can absolutely block
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah, it just doesn't affect them at all.
It's kind of like if we could play golf that way, where we don't see the water.
Right.
All we're looking at the green. Do I want to be left of the green or left of the pin? Or I want to be right of the pin? Do I want to go long or short?
Right.
That's all we should think about, but we don't.
But we can't. I
Yeah.
mean, and I guess that's what separates us from elite golfers.
That's
And
why
I
we are
guess
weekend warriors.
and elite sportsmen in anything,
Yeah.
they can think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked. But yeah, so
So my whole thing here, like I said, was it was an argument for the island green, and
I think you won.
yeah, I think it's an island green. It was a jab at the peninsula people. So it's like
Comment, Peninsula
please.
people, please comment.
technically. So basically, the grass. So the golf course can be grass with just obstacles. What I mean is but we don't call it a big grassy area with recreational features on it. We call it a golf course.
A golf course.
So
exactly.
I mean, yeah. So, but also I got another one too.
Okay.
It is the golf terminology.
Okay.
It isn't always about scientific accuracy. We call when you have a hole that goes left or right, we call it that's a dog leg, right? Well, there's not a big giant dog involved. There's not a dog in the, in the fairway.
Exactly.
I mean,
So, I guess, and I wondered though, there's always been that terminology
Yeah.
or that little thing you've always heard people say, crooked as a dog's hind leg.
yeah.
And I wonder if that kind of just, kind of eased over into that to say, well, that's a dog leg.
Yeah, it's a dog leg. Dog leg's right. Dog leg's left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
So, and we always
know.
do that. Yeah. And see, there again, we have, you're talking about the island green.
Yeah.
And, there's another hole that we have played that is a blind approach to a green that you can make, but your window of success is very small.
Right.
And you cannot see it. You cannot judge the distance because not only is it blind, but it drops in elevation probably, 100 feet, maybe more.
Right.
And I'm talking about 17.
Yeah.
And so, and, but we do that just like, okay, we're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go for it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to do it.
But I wonder, too, sometimes that what if that hole was on the carry 250 yards to an island green that was the same size? Would we try it? I doubt very seriously. 95% of the people who go for it there would go for it if it was surrounded by water.
Yeah. It's
Even though it's the same shot.
Yeah, it's the knowing. Like if you haven't played this course in a while and you didn't see it coming in, and you just go up to the tee box and you, in your mind, it's still set up the same way.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. They had, dug all the way around it and filled it up with water.
Filled it up with water.
It changes your mindset.
Yeah.
You're still thinking, and that's what you were talking about with that motorcycle thing.
Yeah.
In your mind, it's still a bunch of land to the right and short.
Yeah.
But technically, they took all that water out, so it's definitely a
You
mental
have a
game.
chance of finding your ball.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
Oh yeah.
But how many times? God, I don't know how many times. I never really went for it because I never really could pull it off. But so many times I've played with people that did, and that was the first thing you did was go down and spend 5 minutes trying to find their ball.
Yeah, it was more. I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it just because of that. Because 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to find your golf ball.
It's just too difficult.
So,
There's too many variables between you and finding that ball.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, man, that's pretty cool. So what else we're going to talk about?
So I'm just going to keep jabbing.
Oh,
Peninsula.
Peninsula. Poke the bear.
Because it's an island green. It's an iconic island green.
Okay, not an iconic peninsula green.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? Before we came here, I was watching the golf tournament. It was a FedEx. It's the tournament. It's the playoffs.
Gotcha.
Anyway, there's a green.
Yep.
Island green.
Yep.
Kind of the same thing as a TPC one, and the announcer was like, "There's the iconic island green," and he said, "Yeah, but some people call it a peninsula."
Oh, really?
I ain't kidding you, dude. This was like just a couple hours ago.
Nice.
He's like, some people wants to call it a peninsula, but it's an island green.
I wonder if there again, if you were perfectly technical, yeah. But what if you added ish?
Island greenish?
Islandish green. Then maybe it could be like attached with like 15% land, almost go all the way around.
Almost, yeah.
Almost an island green, so an islandish green.
Make them go in a boat and roll
Hey,
it.
truly, yeah. I mean, then you could say that's an island green.
That's an island
You can't
green.
get to it without getting wet,
Yeah,
unless you
getting
can
wet.
fly
Yeah.
like a duck.
Tell a ball that. He's going to get wet.
That's right.
Well, so
what else you gonna poke fun at?
So it's just more or less, nobody wants it's an island green.
It's an island green.
The island green immediately tells the golfer, don't screw this up, right? It's that mental thing. It's like, you got to block it out.
Yeah.
A peninsula green sounds like you're trying to book a timeshare. So,
yeah.
Golfers has been calling it island green forever. At this point, like I said, I'm not debating geography. I'm just debating golf terminology. So,
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
All right.
So if there was an island, like off the coast of Florida, and there was no bridges, there was no way to get to it, it was completely surrounded by water.
yeah.
And what if, like, some municipality then goes, and brings in like 500 dump trucks full of dirt, and they make a path that's about 4 feet wide, and it's like 300 yards long.
Okay.
But it allows you to walk
Yeah.
out to that thing that used to be an island. Is it still an island?
It's still an island because whether it was a bridge or a walkway doesn't take away from that island,
okay.
right?
But
It's not a floating
dirt.
It's not a floating bridge.
It's not floating dirt.
That's a good one. What if it's a floating bridge?
Yeah. I don't see. Now, to me, there again, I think if it is surrounded by water, whether it's below or above, that you can see it, or if it just completely, they
Right.
built a bridge, I think it's, as long as it's encircled by water. But if they've dumped dirt and it is now attached, and the duck can no longer
go.
circumvent the
Yeah.
whole thing, then
I mean, technically, it is a peninsula.
Okay.
By that, it is a peninsula.
okay.
But I don't. I mean, like you said, if the bridge goes all the way to the bottom, the dirt goes all the way to the bottom, and we're basing this on the duck swimming,
Yeah.
and he can't go all the way around 360 without getting out of the water
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
That's my thoughts.
All right. So, guys, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
Island Green or Peninsula.
Or peninsula. Archipelago,
Yeah.
or atoll.
Well, a bridge. If there's a bridge under it, no,
A bridge under it.
no.
That would be a tunnel. Hey, what if
Oh.
you can get to it by a tunnel?
Dude, I was gonna say, it's kind of like that tunnel that crosses the Norfolk.
Yeah,
towards
the Chesapeake Bay
Chesapeake
Bridge.
Bay. Oh,
Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel.
We're gonna build a tunnel walkway.
With a little elevator that you just pops you up.
It's connected,
It's connected.
but
Yeah. The duck can still
the
swim.
duck can still swim. Dude, that's awesome. Guys, tell us that one.
Yeah.
Island Green or Peninsula or a tunnel.
Or does the
That's
tunnel
built.
change everything?
There's a channel.
Channel.
You've seen the channel?
Yeah, that is actually what they call the channel tunnel over in
You're
England.
right.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
channel.
The channel.
So, yeah.
Well, in my case, I wasn't trying to say that. I put two words together again.
Change, making up words again. Channel.
All right, guys. So thanks, Zul, for letting us sit here tonight as we continue on our podcast tonight.
Yeah,
here,
we're going
here
to
in
do
Knoxville.
We're going to try some beer here in a little bit.
Yep.
We're going to talk some more about poking the bear and
Poking the bear. We're going to take 5,
yeah.
and we'll be back.
Okay.
As we are back.
We never left. What kind of shirt you got on today, James?
It's just a golf shirt, man.
Hey, mine. I got my Cousin Eddie shirt on.
Cousin Eddie. This shitter's full.
Shitter's full. Can we say that without getting bleeped? Maybe.
We don't care.
I don't know. It probably puts us in some weird category.
That's what we want. We want weird category.
The weird category. There's probably some little, like 8-year-old watching this, and it's right after he's turned off of what's that crazy woman, like Abigail or something. It's just like this woman, and all she does is she sits there and goes, "Here is a cat. Here is a dog." And she's making a fortune doing that. That's all it does is, we'll have to do, I'm going to find out what that chick's name is.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, anyway.
So Bart's got a few things, but I want to make sure you guys know it's an Island Green Peninsula. Let us know.
Let us know. Please comment.
Please comment.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's an Island Green. Anybody that says a peninsula
Is
are
wrong.
off the rockers.
And you know why they're wrong?
Because our opinions, nothing else matters.
Nothing else matters. All right, so we
All
were
right,
talking about island greens and peninsulas, and that got me thinking about fishing points versus coves, and then I got to thinking about the difference between kind of golf and and fishing, and we talked a little bit about, you avoid the things that I look for, and but the one thing that we kind of both do, and that is, you don't go to a golf course and just step up on a tee and just start hitting balls,
Right.
random places,
Right.
And I don't go to a lake and just start casting in random places. Both of us, you go and you look and to see what you have, and you make a decision on where you want to hit your ball.
Right.
And the same thing we do fishing. I go to a lake or a river or a stream, and I look and I determine, okay, well, what do I have available? And, it's weird, but all the places that I guess us as a human would think of to be as a fish, we'd be like, okay, we want to go in the nice, easy, calm areas. That's not the place you really want to be. As a fish, you think like a predator, because there's a couple of things you want to do. You want to reproduce, and you want to eat.
Right.
And so, you find places that those things are prevalent. And so, it's very similar to golf. We look at wind.
Right.
We look at structure.
Yeah.
And we figure out current. You look at slopes. So there's a lot of things that correspond that we both do, except I do those things to figure out a way to utilize and work my way into those problems. You try to find a way to work your way out of those problems.
I do. I think I can relate to the water, the wind on the lake. Like the if the wind's coming in and you're reeling as fast as you can and your lure's not moving. I've else.
Wind.
Yes,
right.
If you're fighting wind, yes, exactly.
Well, and very similar, in golf, wind is bad.
Wind is bad.
Wind is bad with fishing.
Yeah.
It usually causes fishermen trouble, and it usually causes golfers trouble.
Yeah.
Now, we can plan on it, and we can work around it. I mean, it's like we were talking that one day, and you were hitting into a green, and we could tell that there was a pretty strong crosswind, right to left, and so you planned on that.
Yeah.
And so the fishermen will do the same thing. If we can't get away from the wind, we're gonna plan on how we can utilize.
I guess the only difference I can see is in golf we can't just up and leave and go to another spot.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. You really can't. I mean, and we can. If I'm in an area and it's not producing fish, I can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And the rule of thumb is that 90% of the fish are in 10% of the locations. So it's not like that. You look at a lake and you think that 90% of this lake is nothing but a way for it's like an interstate. It's like a way for a fish to get from one place to another.
Yeah.
They don't really hang around in the other places. So so we need to find those coves and peninsulas, and it's odd sometimes seeing people fish in places that you wonder why they're fishing there. And usually if somebody's doing that, they know something you don't.
Yes. I've went and this story keeps coming back up. I started out right in the. I started, fishing, right from the top. When we went with our buddy Kelly.
Yep.
And he would fish kind of his same coves. He would kind of. Hey, look at there.
Yeah, I'm advertising while Gene's talking.
So Kelly would go to these certain points that he knew, and that he had caught fish there before, and so sometimes you get something, sometimes you wouldn't. That's fishing, but he fished kind of the same points a lot.
Right, and the thing is, a lot of times, like I said, you'll see somebody fishing somewhere, and they're not doing it just. Maybe 1 out of 25 is doing it just because they're stupid. But most of the time,
I'm one of them because I don't know.
But most of the time, it's that they know something that you don't. Either there's a hidden structure underneath the water.
Yes.
There's maybe there's a channel that runs under there, and it maybe hits a rock and causes bait to come up. It's a great ambush point that you can't really see from the surface.
Right.
Yes, electronics help.
Yeah.
We, and I hate to say, but we're very lucky on TVA flood control lakes, because in the wintertime, all of our lakes go dry.
Yeah.
Well, not dry,
Right.
but they drop significantly.
Yes.
Enough that we can go along and we can see submerged structure.
Yes.
And we can plan on, hey, look at that rock over there. That would be a great place.
Make a point or
So and my dad and I, we used to actually do that in the wintertime. We would take the boat out and we would just ride around and look. And the funny thing is we would be looking somewhere that's 10 feet over our heads, planning on fishing that, being 10 feet.
Pretty incredible, yeah.
10 feet deep into the water in the spring.
Do you know that I think just within the last, I want to say less than 2 weeks, more than a week, less than two, that the South Holston is finally not full.
Not full.
But probably you can kind of see, I want to say a foot or two, and that's a lot of water, but just based on the bank that I see, but it's pretty much full. We can say it's full.
Right about the time for them to start drawing it down.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had there was a lot of drought.
Yeah.
And so, to me, I find that hard to believe, because it seems to me like it's rained every stinking day.
Dude, it has.
I was
every
close
week
to building an ark.
Yeah, I think for the last 7 weekends, I think we pretty much got rain.
Yeah, it was a lot of rain.
Maybe it wasn't all day, but it was a good portion of the day. But yeah, South Holston is finally up, and I think I like to know how the fish population is that right? How that affected that fish throughout the year like that.
Well,
because they're so used.
The thing is, a fish will know a little bit about what it did last year. It's got a little bit of kind of like a homing beacon that if it knows a place that it likes, and it'll go back to that place. But if it can't get there, it finds something else.
Yeah.
But the great thing is when the water level's down and there's exposed bank like what we've had, vegetation grows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when the vegetation grows and then the water comes back up, it kind of gives the fish this whole brand new place to go play. And where before, if the water level, went full pool before the vegetation had a chance to grow, it wasn't there. Yeah. And so it does some neat things. It allows a lot more insects to be in a certain area. And there's pluses and minuses to it, but but yeah, the fish adapt.
Yeah,
they do. They're fish. They know what to do.
They know what to do.
But yeah, when like you planning on okay, I know how this hole lays out. This is how I'm going to fish this hole, or this is how I'm going to play this hole.
Yeah.
A fisherman does the same thing. A fisherman, kind of knows a certain time of the year and a certain weather pattern and a place that especially he's like to fish before.
Yeah.
And if not, he still looks for things that he's comfortable with.
Well, you're still trying to, you make a good point. You're still trying to hit a spot.
Right.
Just kind of like golf. You're trying to aim for a certain point. And in fishing, you're kind of doing the same thing. I'm fishing this cove, and I see like trees that I want to put it in this point, this kind of spot.
Yeah, and you think about that. And, the thing that we do as fishermen is if we can't see under the water, and we don't have, especially like if we're fishing from the bank and we're, maybe fishing a river or a stream, not from a boat, we're wading or we're going, walking the banks, and we don't use electronics. What we use is what's on the bank.
Right,
If we see a steep bank coming down, we know that pretty much is going to continue under the water in a similar fashion. If we see a big tree down, we know that there's going to be a lot of limbs underneath, and we know what a tree looks like.
Yeah.
So we know, if the trunk's sticking out of the water, we know, hey, I know what that looked like when it was right side up.
Exactly.
So I'm going to turn it upside down and then see what it looks like under the water.
I'll tell you what.
Do that.
The fun thing I was here when you were talking about that, this will be fun as crap. Let's go out and play. It don't have to be a full 18.
Okay.
Let's go out and play now. At all. Let's
I
go-
never have used a scope.
Well, you rely on us to tell you.
No, I rely on sprinkler heads.
Well, I think.
And I don't know if a lot of people knew this, and I'm sure Gene knew this, but most of the time, golf courses on sprinkler heads, the fishermen won't know this. I wish we had something like this, but on golf courses, sprinkler heads will 90% of the time have yardage marked on them. So you go over to a sprinkler head and it says 112, and you're like, well, cool. My ball's, you step back the 15 or 20 feet to your ball, and you have a good idea of
Well, I think and
distances.
A lot of courses have, the 100, the 150, and the 200, whether it's a stake in the fairway or some kind of little concrete plaque or
a marker on
the
cart path.
Yeah. So I think I haven't done that in so long. I've had a scope. Mine don't have the slope. Mine is just a shoot straight and get the pin, and I kind of adjust. And I've gotten used to it just based on the elevation I'm at. But I think it'll be kind of cool to go back to old school. I'm talking only the last maybe 20 years, 25 years when these came out maybe. So it may be in the early 2000s. I don't know exactly when they came out, but I think it'd be fun.
Well, but see, you actually can hit. You know how far you hit an iron.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
And mine varies probably plus or minus 50 yards, and so it's very hard for me. If I'm at 112, it's like, well, I could hit a 7-iron or I could hit a 5-iron.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe.
Yeah.
I could hit a putter. They might all end up in the same spot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Speaking of putter, man, every time I go to one of them Goodwills, I'm always looking at golf clubs to see if I can find that
gem.
man.
That hidden.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. I don't think they do it anymore. So here's what I think they do. I know they do.
Yeah.
There is a website. And you probably know about it. I don't know if I told you or not. It's goodwillshopping.com, I think it is.
Oh.
Anything that has value gets put on this website. And you bid on it.
So no more hidden gems.
Yeah. I'm sure every once in a while you'll find, I don't know, not clubs. So, I don't know if you'll find much valuable inside the store. I mean, you could. I don't know. But anyway, I tear it off, so.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I mean, because, and what irks me a lot of times is, we talked about this before, I hate seeing a tag that says, this is for sale on eBay for blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I don't care. I didn't come in here to shop on eBay.
No.
I came in here to find a bargain.
Yeah, well, and I tell you what's happened. Here we are off track.
Boy, we have squirrel.
One last statement. What this has done, other thrifting stores, thrift stores, are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
they're like, hey,
because they can't. They have to.
Yeah, they have to. But anyway, so that was. I love that our topic tonight.
I did too, and it branched out into a lot of different things.
It really did. I just want to keep poking the peninsula.
Oh God, back to the peninsula.
It's not a peninsula.
It's not a peninsula.
Listen, we're going to put a tunnel. A tunnel to the green. Like Bart said, elevator.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well,
awesome.
what about a zip line? Then would it still be considered if you zip lined into the green?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. And you can only take the club. You only take one club.
Or they kind of like shoot you out of a cannon.
Oh yeah, or like one of those water worm things where 3 of your buddies get up on a platform and jump off and then squirt you out the other end. Yeah.
So if I zip lined over.
Yeah. Is it a peninsula?
Is it a peninsula? Is there water all the way around?
Yeah.
Or is there a little walkway still?
No. If
It's
you got
an
a
island.
zip line, yeah,
It's an island.
It's just out there, man.
Like I said, walkway, zip line, cannon does not make it.
Okay, so we keep talking about water. So what if you're a zombie like in Pirates of the Caribbean and you can walk on the bottom? And you can walk on the bottom of the dirt all the way underwater up to the other side and then putt. It's
an island.
Still.
Still.
Even if you can walk to it.
Yeah.
As a zombie.
Yes.
Okay.
So here's another one.
Okay.
Have you sometimes these PGA tournaments, if it's sponsored by like say Toyota, Chevrolet or something, they have like this little pond, and they got this platform out in the pond where
Yeah.
it's basically they can drive it. I mean, it's barely under the water, and
Okay.
it makes the truck look like it is.
Like
it's
sitting on the
yeah,
water.
Yeah. So
Jesus truck.
Jesus truck. It kind of goes back to our channel.
Channel.
So the duck can still go across.
The duck can still make it around.
Yes, it's an island.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Island.
it's-
Anyway,
Yeah.
like back to fishing.
yeah.
Thank
Back.
goodness. Back we were talking about reading the water, and you can read the water by, especially if you're in, and lakes are hard to read the water because they don't move. But when you've got current, a lot of times you can read what's under the water pretty easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially in rivers that have a current, if you see eddies, you know that there's something, and an eddy is kind of a swirl of water.
Yeah.
You can tell that there's something causing that, and there's something underneath causing that. And
Yes.
it could be a rock, it could be, but anyway, it's structure of some sort. So, you can use that. I love, and I've told you all this 100 times, I love using Google Earth. I love using Google Earth to go to pre-fish an area. If I know I'm going somewhere where I've never been before, I love using Google Earth to go check it out. And it's amazing so many times, like if you go to somewhere cold, you'll go in, you'll drive around, you'll see something, okay, well, I can get down right there. And, you work your way through this horrible bramble and you get down to somewhere and, you're fishing and you're fighting limbs and, it's just difficult. And then you get finished at the end of the day and you work your way back, close, and then, find this pristine mode area that goes straight down in the water, and there's everything you needed there, and the fishing conditions are just much better. And you don't know that until you've driven by it. But
Right.
A lot of times a quick pre-fishing trip on Google Earth will remedy those situations. Will give you an idea of where maybe some better spots are, even though you've got your heart set on a spot.
Right. I kind of use, and I've used Google Earth before when I have a tournament coming up. I'll kind of get the ideal, the layout of the course.
Yeah.
And I tell you though, sometimes it can really make your confidence go up, or it can really there's a lot of water, there's a lot of trees or something like that,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
But I still do it.
Yeah, and another thing that you should use, if you, and I'm a big proponent of this, don't use just the plain Google Earth. Go download Google Earth Pro. Make sure you download it, because if you do, it gives you that feature that you can actually turn back time.
Yeah.
And the good thing about that is you can roll the years back, and a lot of times you'll be able to hit it in a time when there's no leaves on the trees. So it gives you let's say that the aerial image was taken during the wintertime, so you can really, really, really see the contours of the ground or the water or whatever.
Right.
So, yeah, Google Earth.
Yeah.
I'm
Use
a
it, man.
big proponent.
Yeah.
Hey,
You hear that?
I hear that.
Beer
review.
review. All right, guys, we are back.
We never left.
That never gets old. I love it.
Never
Oh my
gets
God.
It's good.
So,
Well-
guys, as we mentioned earlier, we are in Knoxville at Zool Brewery.
Zool Brewery. Here we go.
They have really been pumping out the PB&J beer
Mixtape.
mixtape.
trying to
It's peanut butter and
Everything
grape.
in there is backwards, so it's very hard for me to do this.
Yeah.
So I think I'm doing pretty good now.
That's perfect. But
Yeah.
tonight, as I said, we are here for a special release day.
Release day.
And if tonight is the peanut butter and strawberry fluff, it's marshmallows.
Yep, marshmallows.
I've
And
had
strawberries.
I had a sip earlier. Bart has not.
I have not.
So
I'm
I
going to
kind of
turkey.
cheated. I kind of cheated a little bit, but here it is.
Okay, so we're going to talk about it.
So here it is.
All right.
It kind of looks like the grape, but I know you guys can't see it, but
There is a definite.
there's a
more reddish.
more
flavor.
reddish, and that's where the color. That's where the strawberry is.
And it is now that I've wiped the stuff, the condensation off. It is a very clear. I mean,
Yes.
you can see through it. It's a beautiful color, beautiful red.
Yep. This is what they consider a fruited sour. So
A fruited sour,
yep, it's probably I think around 5.5.
5.5%, 6%,
something like that, so,
yep. So and
almost-
how does that compare to the PB&J?
It's the same. I think they do everything the same.
Okay, now first thing I noticed is
Ooh.
for the smell.
Yep.
First off, I don't see there again, just like the PB&J, not a lot of head, not a lot of foam or anything because it's not made to be that way.
Right, exactly.
A little bit effervescent, I'm sure, because you can kind of see. Well, no, I really can't see the effervescent bubbles coming up.
Right.
But
But
the difference that I can do is the smell.
I can smell.
What's your first smell?
So I'm smelling the sweet from the marshmallows.
Okay, marshmallow. Let me get that in my head. Usually, when I smell the PB&J, the first thing I smell is peanut butter.
I don't.
See, that's just the opposite of me. I can smell a big peanut butter thing.
It's so weird, man. I absolutely got that sweetness of the fluff.
Okay, now and I'm agreeing this time because I don't get as much peanut butter
Okay.
from this as I did the PB&J.
Yep.
And it's funny. Last night, I met a lady, and we were at a bar, and we were playing Uno, me and Stephanie. And then I went up to the bar, and this lady was asking about the PB&J, and so I kind of did a little impromptu beer review, and I hope it helped her out. I hope she's watching tonight.
Yeah.
Or I hope she sees this.
Yep.
And but yeah, had fun. And
So
but yeah, to me, this, before on the PB&J, I
Yeah.
got much more of the peanut buttery smell at the
Okay.
beginning.
is that not wild how your brain will, I'm not gonna say tricks you, but like it's a peanut butter and strawberry.
What is it, olfactory? Isn't that what it's called, the olfactory?
Yeah. But it's like
Peninsula.
it's damn island green.
a peninsula.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
so yeah, I'm going.
yeah.
I smell the kind of the sweet marshmallowy. I can get
Yep.
that. I'm gonna try not to stick my nose in this one like I did the last time and snort up some.
I don't get a lot of the strawberry.
So is it supposed to be strawberry?
Yes.
Okay, so it's strawberry and marshmallow and peanut butter.
Yes.
Okay, because so far I'm not peanut buttering, but maybe that'll happen
Maybe,
when I
maybe,
when I
maybe it's
taste.
on the taste. I don't know, but all right, man.
All right.
Ready?
Cheers, my
Cheers,
friend.
buddy. Peanut butter. There's the fluff on the end.
Let me do it again. I got the peanut butter,
Yep.
and it was kind of a combination of
The strawberry, right?
the smell and taste as
Okay.
when I kind of got my nose buried in it a
Yeah.
little bit. I got the peanut butter good and strong. So yeah, the peanut butter hit, and then
The marshmallow hits back in.
the
for me.
marshmallow. The strawberry, I'm not finding yet. I guess that's just a sweetness.
That's what I would think. It's not like maybe the marshmallow maybe tones that strawberry down. Because when we have the grape and the peanut butter, we
Oh my gosh, you could
get
hit
we
that
get
grape.
both. Yeah, we
Yeah.
get them both. And maybe the peanut butter is there, but the strawberry and the marshmallow combined kind of like somehow tones that down.
Well, and two, maybe a strawberry isn't as isn't as floral. Is that a word? The floral as a grape? Because to me, as soon as
Yeah.
I smelled the PB&J, I thought of Welch's grape juice as a kid.
Yes,
That was
exactly.
the first
yeah.
thing that hit me because
Yeah.
it was so strong and it was so good.
Well, it may be,
And maybe a strawberry just doesn't smell as strong.
it may take it takes so many strawberries probably to get that strawberry flavor, not in a beer, just maybe any kind of drink. Maybe grape, like you said, is a little stronger on that part.
Well, I do say I can. It is kind of fizzy. When you get it rolled across your tongue, it does fizz real well,
Yeah.
and that's good. Not a burpy fizz, but just a kind of a effervescent in your mouth. Mouth is
How many
is
do you
what's
have?
below your nose.
How many do you have?
My mouth is below my nose.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, I can feel it in my mouth, and it's kind of bubbly, and I like it.
I wanted to see if I can get that changed, but it's still smell still the fluff.
I like it, and there again, I don't think it's as sweet as the PB&J.
Right.
I really don't. Do you?
I do.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I don't. I don't get as much sweetness, and the only reason I say that is I had a PB&J yesterday, and I after about a couple, I realized I was thinking, man, this is really sweet, and I'll tell you something else, Gene. I really think the glass has a lot to do with it, because like when I sip this. The way I guess my anatomy works is my nose goes in the glass,
Right.
and I can really smell the marshmallow.
Yeah.
Then, as soon as the liquid comes close to my mouth, the peanut butter smell hits, and then I taste sweetness, but more. And maybe that's the strawberry. Maybe the strawberry is not as sweet as a grape.
Right.
Well, we're working this out.
It's funny.
We're really working this out because like I told the lady the other night. I said, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm drinking beer. I have no clue. I'm as clueless as could be.
I think you do.
I'm trying to learn, and I think being stupid and not knowing this and you kind of pointing out these things to me has helped me as a novice not come into beer drinking with any preconceived notions.
Right.
So
and
I still don't like hops.
I'm not a big fan either. But it's funny you say that too because, I had the taste earlier. I didn't have a glass. I had a taste, so I already knew what it was like. You did not. You smelt of it. And had the peanut butter. I smelled of it, and I smelled the marshmallows.
Well, now remember,
Right.
when I first smelled it, I smelled kind of the sweetie marshmallow.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't
okay.
smell the peanut
Oh,
butter
okay.
until
My
I
bad.
took the
Okay.
first drink. And then it was like the peanut butter pushed through.
Yeah, but I do agree with you. It's like maybe it's the palates and the nose are combining.
Plus, I've had a cold for a couple of days.
Yeah, and I think also when you got your nose in it, you start drinking. Ooh, there's that peanut butter, like you said, but it goes away once you start drinking. It's like that marshmallow comes through.
Yeah. So, one thing I could say to anybody who's drinking and anybody who's doing something like this, don't sell yourself short on this thing. Make drinking beer or whatever you're drinking, make it an event.
It's fun.
I mean, so many times we just drink just to get it over with. Don't do that because, this deserves to have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And it deserves to have effort put toward it.
Yep.
And smell it, taste it, see how it feels in your mouth. Slosh it around a little bit. See if you like it better,
Well,
a little bit warm, a little bit cold. And
that's perfect, man.
we did something the other day that we're going to do later on that Gene looked at me like I had lost my ever-loving mind. And we will do it later at some point.
Okay.
The ice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was pretty incredible.
That was pretty incredibly eye-opening, but we'll save that for another
I think,
another day.
you know, what my last statement, I think that you are 100% right. You know, people do drink it to get to a certain point, and you know what that point is.
I do. Yeah.
You know, I like to drink it, to taste it, you know, dissect it.
Yeah.
You know, that way, like, if people say, hey, have you ever had this? Yes, I have. I can be like, hey, it's got this, you know, peanut butter up front, marshmallows in the end, whatever it may be. And it's been so much fun that we have done this. And this is kind of the idea that we had when we started this podcast, was like, it's got to have a beer review every episode.
Yeah.
You know, because we have tried so many.
And I was like, I don't like beer, Gene. Gene's like, but wait,
there's more.
there's more. there's more to beer than IPA.
Yeah. Yes. And I think, you know, I don't think he's quite converted to a beer. No, I don't. Not IPAs, but I have noticed over the last, let's say, 4 months, that your beer drinking has been more enjoyable for you.
It really has.
So,
well, and I taste stuff that I never tasted before.
yeah.
And, you know, I hate to say, but, you know, there's a couple of times when we've had to actually do some post-production editing where I have actually snorted beer out my nose or coughed or hacked or something, just uncontrollably. But but a lot of times what I do after that is it's the initial reaction. And sometimes I work my way into it. I'm like, okay, that first one hurt, but let's take another one and let's see if we can work out some of the tastes.
Yeah.
And so,
Well,
I'm drinking more than Gene has so far.
So guys, you nailed it again, man.
A good product.
Whatever you guys are doing, you guys, you're knocking it out of the park. You know, keep going.
Keep going, Zool, and thank you for having us.
I know they're doing some. Yes, thank you for having us.
Yep.
You know,
and the line has been out the door, and there's two lines.
Yes.
There's two lines, and this is people buying cans. You know, pre-canned versions of this, buying T-shirts, buying hats. And if you've never been down here at one of these, whatever you call this, unveilings or whatever, you ought to come try it because it is so cool. The line at the front goes all down through the parking lot and around the building. The line at the back is laughing, joking,
having a good time. And the one last thing I will say, happy birthday to our wives.
Happy birthday to our wives.
You know, August 14th. It's so weird, you know, that they have the same birthday.
Same birthday.
And that's why we kind of came down and was like, hey, let's celebrate them. And
their birthdays was yesterday.
Yesterday. They are here with us tonight.
They are. So cheers, ladies.
Cheers to the
birthday girls. Happy birthday, you guys.
Happy birthday, you two.
Happy birthday.
And
we're super stoked that they came with us this time because last time we didn't have them.
It was just you and I, man.
It was. You, me, and the sketchy motel.
Which, thank goodness we don't have that this time.
We actually checked in early to check our motel, and it was very nice.
It was super nice.
Although the elevator was broke.
The elevator's broken. But we were down here, like I said, you know, for Bassmaster Classic. Fantastic. Zool, thank you again for having us, asking us to come back.
Yep.
You know, hopefully we can come back, you know, either later this year, maybe next year. Our month and our appointments are starting to fill up a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely want to come back because I know they'll have a new release.
And you know, the one thing that I think that we do that is a little different, and this is not a beer rating. We review the beer.
We review the beer.
And we tell everything that we can taste, good, bad, whatever. And, you know, it's what we do. And it's the tastes that we have and what we think of the beer. And, you know, don't be afraid of it.
Yeah.
You know, don't be afraid to try anything new.
That's great, man, because, you know, people might be looking or
like,
watching, and they hear the name or see it.
Right.
But if they can watch us, we will dissect it. We will tell you what's in it.
Yeah, and we'll let you know, good, bad, indifferent, and whatsoever. I guess the thing the first time I learned that was with your beer. You know, when people were like, pickle beer.
Yeah.
I don't like pickles. But I can't imagine, that's got to be horrible. And then so many people would be, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And then they try it and they come back and they're like, oh, wow.
Oh, my God,
That's
yeah.
not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to try new stuff, guys. I don't care if it says fluff or strawberry fluff or whatever, even if you're a hardcore stout or IPA guy, don't turn your nose up.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Because anybody that brews or knows anything about brewing knows how difficult it can be, and they hit it spot on. Zool, thank you guys. We will we will hopefully be back in a few months. And,
Yep. I had a thing.
Oh yeah, he's got a thing.
I got a thing, and I forgot what it was. Crap.
It's an island, not a peninsula.
It's an island, not a peninsula.
See you guys.
I wasn't a match for that kind of plan. He's got the swagger, I can tell by the way he's strutting up to the tee. And judging by the grin plastered on his face, there's nothing I can do. It don't take a scorecard just to see a golfer's never loyal.